All right, if you saw the last video, then you know we left off with the routes for the pickups and getting all set up for the bridge and all that jazz. And here we are. We're about ready to do the frets. I like to just get the frets done now before I forget, because we got a lot to do to make guitar out of this thing. And, you know, basic common stuff that a lot of guys do for frets, so it's nothing fancy here. I wish I had new insights on how to do frets or even to do them better, but I do the best I can with what I got, and, you know, for the most part, they're playable. And I like to do a stainless steel 0 fret, even though these are nickels all the way down. So I do that last just to make sure it's got a nice clean edge on it. Kind of rides the strings a little better, I think, doing it at the end. So just doing the last little bit of spiffs on there. And yeah, I got to do it by 3, so 3 whole necks. I do them all at the same time, just get all that stuff out and then put it away. I got a tiny shop and pull stuff out, use it, got to put it away. If I don't, I hear about it. And nothing better than taking some perfectly good looking guitar planks and just slicing right into them. Let's just do that. That's the way to get a triangle is you take 3 square slices and then you cut corners and then you fit them together and make a triangle. I'll tell you what, there's nothing more fun than taking a Sawzall to your guitar. Try it sometime. It's pretty cool. And here's the thing. If you remember last year's multitasker, it was really a triangle. Here, I want to give it rounder edges. I want to soften it up a lot. And yeah, just trying to see what we could do here. Get it all softened up. And I found the best way to hold it together is I made a little bottom piece there. You saw me tapping in the screws, bolts. I think those are bolts. All right, those are also reinforcements that I had on there temporarily. And now here's the real connectors. Yep, we're going to use magnets. And I use the epoxy, although in retrospect, CA works just fine. I did that on a couple, and it worked better. It was a lot easier to deal with, too. And it didn't smell as bad. That epoxy, I'll tell you. Eek. So here, again, yeah, just the generic routing control cavities. Only what's going to be a little bit different here is I'm putting an in pin. So much like your acoustic electric guitars. Now this one, rather than using the big drill bit through the neck pocket, because this is a neck through, I got to get a channel here to run the pickup wires for the front pickup to the back pickup and into the control cavity. So nothing better than having some scraps laying around that blend in, or at least well enough. That's not a flush cut saw, but I don't have one yet. Ta-da! It worked. And don't forget your grounding route. And here's going to be the real end cap. Going to make it out of some pretty wood. Now this is only what I thought I was going to make. So we do have the head end cap, and then we do have the other end cap. You'll see later I ended up having to do something else, and a lot of stuff was done in the panic mode of getting things to happen, so I don't necessarily have footage for all of that. But basically I just cut another one of these out of mahogany. You'll see it later. I love Shinto raspbones, don't you? Yeah, you'll get to see later exactly what we're doing there and why. But here's some more routing for you. All right, so I said I'd make a demo for you. Let me go ahead and do that. Now, I was going to do this full-on production with the DAW and all that. And, of course, that's not working. It's getting late. Also, I got to shout into the microphone of the phone here, so I do apologize. I was going to do the Zoom thing with the mic clip. The battery's died, of course. So what else? All right, so here we go. I'm just going to do a little loop thing. Let's get a beat going for you. Yeah, that'll work. baritone setup. Make sure it's in tune. You always like stretching strings on an instrument. Try stretching 3 sets. Alright, so here we go. Let's get a riff going here. Should I chug it? Should I chant? I don't chant. But I can chug. depending on the guitar player or the composition of the demo. This is, again, it's a proof of concept, and it worked just like last year's model of the multitasker. It's late, folks. Just like last year's model of the multitasker. I proved that you can do it. You can make a 3-panel, 3-neck guitar and make it playable. Now you can stand up and play it, or stand up and hack at it like I did. It's got some components that are pretty nifty. I'll go over those here in a little bit. But check out the rest of the video, and I hope you really like it. Thank you. All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in and checking out the video. Now I'm going to show you one neat feature about this thing, and something I really worked hard to accomplish. And of course, something that definitely has room for improvements. But the basic concept of it is the fact that this guitar can be taken apart and put away in a case. So the main components are, of course, we've got the in-pin type jack that you could put a strap on, just like your acoustic guitar. And it's got a quick release over on this headpiece. So now on that, you just simply take it apart. Oh. Okay, now this end piece here, right now, is a cap that's covering all the electronics. And it's held on with magnets. Let me just pull that off. And now this is just like your pedal board. You just pull this plug, pull that plug, and pull this plug. I say just. Sometimes they're a little stiff, but we got a way to work them out. Now as you do that, your components will then start releasing. You can just, see what I mean? Take off. Now look, if I wanted to, the way this is set up with an output jack here, this is a guitar. And I could play just that guitar if I wanted to. I don't know why. You know, and the whole concept here is you can put them all three together. But knowing that you can. And this one, just release it. Now, if I wanted to, I could play just the bass. And this has a strap in. So you'd have just this kind of strap where you've got, you know, your Dunlop type strap lock. And then you'd open in on that just like you would with your acoustic electric guitar. And here we are. So again, proof of concept, what that means to me is that I don't know the first thing about molding with plastics and metal fabrication and all that. So I got to do things with wood. But this I think would be great if it was done in like a graphite, you know, type composite. I think it would be great. Even if I had a 3D printer and did it in plastic, probably would have been nice. And I think having this all connected with like a circuit board, breadboard, rather than actual hard wires, I think would be really cool. Same thing here. I think if that was done in a graphite rather than, you know, that pretty walnut, would have been really cool. So that's it. You know, I don't know if this is enough to win a contest. There's a lot of beautiful guitars out there. I hope you vote for me, because that would be great. But nonetheless, you know, I think I've proven that we can make a guitar that's a little different, and it's not your... it's just different. That's what I can say. It works. We've got basically a short scale bass. We've got a shorter scale baritone. So this is a 28.5 and this is a 27-inch. And then we've got medium scale guitar. The electric guitar is of 25 and some change. And so it's or just a little bit over 25. Anyway, so that's what you've got, and it's been a lot of fun. We've got hip shot on the tuners. We've got in the bridges, and tuners and bridge, you know, headless. And we've got Seymour Duncans for the powerhouses, alpha pots, excuse me, these are Bournes, Bournes pots, push pull, which is basically necessary for this because it's wired to turn off when you pull it. And it's kind of critical to, you know, when you've got it set up as a multitasker to turn off the guitar you're not playing. But that's it. I got to keep this video short as instructed, not to mention it's past my bedtime. Again, I hope I get your vote. All you got to do is just follow the steps here. Thanks again to all the folks at Great Guitar Build Off 2021 for getting this thing going. I don't know all your names, otherwise I'd drop them like crazy because I'm notorious for that. But you definitely deserve your names to be heard because this has been fun. It's been a challenge. It's been a workout. but it's been great. And I hope everybody else had fun. And I've seen some really beautiful guitars out there. And now that this is over, I'll get a chance to go see some more. So thanks again. Good night. God bless.